Recording in progress.
Created, you upload that particular XML to your search console, right? And in the search console, once you upload this thing, again, there is a section in search console where you can upload it. And then you will be able to see all this different kind of status. If it's a successful thing, you will see that, hey, there is a success over here. Sometimes if it's not able to fetch it, it would say couldn't fetch, right? If there are any errors, then also it's going to point it out. So this is how you're going to manage your sitemap, at least, and get the details of it. I will go through more details in the main section for the sitemap crawling, etc. But yes, at least right now what I need to do is initiate you people into this concepts that, hey, these are the really important concepts which you should all be well aware of. And that's going to help you at least start speaking the SEO language, which is crucial at your level. But yes, we go into the depth of technical SEO in the main course, and there are 2 complete days, which is almost around 4 or 5 hours of recorded content around technical SEO itself, right? So it's so crucial. Now coming to duplication. Now, when we speak of duplication, this is 2 different pages getting created on your website with the same content, right? The URL may be different, but the content is the same. For example, on this particular website, which was on a particular platform, what happened is the engineering team, while working on it, made some mistakes in the settings, and because of which what happened is that multiple pages got created whenever there was a category involved. So what happened is, let's say there is talkingthread.in, women clothing, kurta sets, and there is also talkingthreads.in, women, which was a category or a gender within women clothing getting crawled. So these 2 URLs are getting crawled. Now, how do you handle this kind of challenges, right? So either you will have to use a 301 redirect. Now, let me just explain you a little bit about 301 redirect. So 301 redirect is a signal which is given to a bot or to a user that, hey, this particular page is now not existing, and we are forwarding this particular page to this new page, right? So either you use some plugins which are available on CMS like WordPress, etc., or you will have to tell your engineering team that, hey, I need this particular page to be redirected to the new page. And that's where they would help you with this particular settings. So what happens is when Googlebot comes and tries to crawl the old page, it definitely will get this 301 code over there, and that will redirect it to the new page. So instead of crawling the old page, it will go and crawl the new page. The other alternative is called rel canonical. Okay. Now, rel canonical again is a small piece of code which is like your we saw lots of schema related codes, right? And what was that? It was just a small HTML syntax which goes and sits inside your HTML file. And that's what is rel canonical for this kind of pages, right? So instead of, let's say if you don't want to do a 301, and then there are some pages where you want the user to at least see that particular page, not get redirected to some other page. But at least for Google, you know that, hey, I don't want Google to crawl this particular page. Let Google go to this main page itself. Now, let me give you some example of this as well. So let's take a case where you have content which was created in terms of for A/B testing. I hope all of you are aware about A/B concepts like A/B testing. So sometimes you are doing some experiments, and what happens is you want to understand that, hey, how is this page going to behave in terms of my performance KPIs vis-a-vis page 2, let's say page 1 and page 2, right? And in this kind of cases, what you're doing is you're telling Google clearly that, okay, I have 2 different pages if you're allowing both the pages to get indexed for the same keyword, which would create a keyword cannibalization, right? Remember the day 1 session which we spoke of, keyword cannibalization. So if you can't give this particular signal, but yet what you want is, because you are trying to understand some user behavior, you're allowing Google to crawl through both the pages, and also you want the user also to go through these pages. Now this will create duplicate content. So what can be done is, from your page 2, you can do a put a canonical code to page 1, which gives an indication to Google that, hey, I need not crawl page 2 content because it's just a duplicate page which the user is mentioning, and I'll just keep page 1 in my index for the time being. Once your experiment is done, and then let's say if you feel that, hey, my page 2 is the most crucial page, what you could do is from the page 1, you could do a 301 redirect to page 2. And on page 2, you remove the canonical which you had created to page 1, right? So that's how it could be configured. Now, coming to the duplication check, how would you do the duplication check? One is definitely the site colon command, which we spoke of in the initial part of the session. That, hey, you use the site colon command on Google itself or Bing and get this particular parameter, get all the list of pages on your website and see that, okay, are the pages duplicate or not? The other thing is Search Console. In Search Console also, you get a list of all the things which are duplicate. So you look at your Search Console, and when you're crawling through those reports, you'll get the details that, hey, what all pages are duplicate over there. There is a duplication related section in the pages. And you can also use tools like Screaming Frog, etc., to a detailed check, right? So these are 3 ways to handle this particular kind of duplication check. Okay. Well, so at least we summarized and skimmed through crawling, sitemap, duplication. Now it's time to get into the details again. And specifically, I would pick up the detailed section on faceted navigation. Now, for many of you who are not aware about faceted navigation, let me explain you faceted navigation first. So when you crawl through, go through any e-commerce website, usually what you will see is they have a section on the left, and many websites have it on the top also, through which you can filter some things, and based on that, also crawl to the subsequent page, right? When you click on it, the page on the right-hand side changes, the product listing changes. Now, this is specific to e-commerce websites itself, faceted navigation, but it's a very crucial thing on the faceted on the e-commerce websites, because this is one great opportunity to build internal links within your website without fighting with the UX team that, hey, I need this kind of link navigation, etc. Right? So what we are trying to do is we are trying to make the use of the existing assets which are there on your website. So let's say this is your page, and you have one particular section called pant fitting, and there is loose fit, regular fit, skinny fit, slim fit. This page is the trouser page, trouser for men. Now, do you think there would be search volume for loose fit men trousers, regular fit men trousers, skinny fit men trousers, slim fit men trousers? Yes, there is, right? Now, creating these different pages is going to help you kind of target those users specifically, and it also enhances your possibility of ranking those pages at a better position than just the main page, because the trouser for men page will have its own limitations in terms of how many keywords can you optimize this one page for. So you want to create those more number of pages which has a smaller set of catalog which is targeting those particular people who are doing that targeted search. Let's say they are doing that skinny fit men trousers search kind of search, right? So you want those users. So you're creating a specific page. So specifically during such times, you can use the faceted navigation, and based on the faceted navigation, you could let the bot and the user crawl through those particular pages. Now, the other kind of pages which could get created is when you tell your developer that, hey, all my pages should get crawled via the faceted navigation. The other pages which may get created by the developers are something like this. Let's say if the waist size pages are also there. So then in this particular case, if you tell the developer that, hey, I want all my pages which are on the faceted navigation to be crawlable and create pages like this, loose fit men's trousers, regular fit men's trouser, then they may also create 23 men's trouser, 24 men trouser, 25 men trouser, 26 men trouser. And you don't want those kind of pages to be indexed, at least if there is no search volume, right? So if you don't want to do this, what you'll have to do is you will have to use a concept called no follow, right? Again, this is a piece of code which goes and sits in your HTML. So where you're building the link from this particular page, right? What you'll have to do is you'll have to say that, okay, I'm linking to this particular URL for men's pages, but there is a no follow over here. Rel is equal to no follow and size is equal to 10. So then what happens is, even while the page becomes clickable, at least Google will not follow that particular page and not create some new pages based on that particular thing, right? The other alternative way to do this is, all of you may be aware about roberts.txt file, right? Within roberts.txt file, if these pages which are getting created for size are clearly having a different URL, you could allow, disallow, you can mention */disallow, */size chart /. So in this case, size chart is a folder. Okay, I'm going really fast, but yes, we'll have to cover multiple things within this short span of time. But okay, for the people who at least who did not understand that why is this so important, let me tell you a story. Right, and this is a story of an e-commerce store. So when this organization came to us and wanted to get itself optimized, the situation was that it was moving up from 10 million pages to around 30 million pages. Now, many of you are already SEOs. If there are more pages on the website, is it good or bad? Just use the chat window and say yes if you feel that yes, if Kaushal, more pages are good, it's nice. Or say no if you feel that, hey, this is not good, right? Let's use the chat window and please submit your response. Okay, wonderful. More pages are bad. We have really good, well-evolved SEO audience. Yes, you are right. It's not always good if the pages are more and of low quality. But if the pages are good, of high quality and more pages, definitely it's a good situation. But yes, at least what you've done is you've predicted what's coming in the next few slides. Now, while this was happening on this particular slide, on this particular site, what was happening is there were many different kind of dirty pages getting created. Now, the pages were something like this: women accessories, women bags, bags netbook, bags netbook, bags netbook. And these are the kind of pages which were getting created. And definitely you don't want this kind of pages to get created. Now, what had happened is the SEO gave the wrong instructions to the developer. They said that, hey, we are just having, let's say, 1 million pages on the website and we want more traffic, for which we need around 30 million pages. So the developer just put a query and allowed the Googlebot to crawl through the faceted navigation, right? So Googlebot will go through the first page. Maybe it will say trouser for men, coin pocket. So it will create a page called coin pocket, trouser for men. Again, when it goes to the coin pocket, trouser for men, it will allow it to crawl through the next page and say if it is pork chop pocket. So what will happen in the second crawl? The page will get created as pork chop pocket, coin pocket, trouser for men. And it was a complete loop. And in this loop, what happened is the site created so many pages which were kind of not required by the website, right? And because of this, what was happening is the complete index was a mess. So many pages got created on the website which had this kind of titles where, okay, women bags, and you see hats, because that's how all the dynamic pages were getting created. Now, we went to the product team, we went to the marketing team, asked them that, hey, we want to remove this kind of pages. And they said, we have taken so much of effort to build all these pages, and what happens to the organic visits which are coming, right? If you reduce the pages and remove all these pages, we'll lose the organic visits also. And that's a quite valuable thing. We don't want to lose on a single visitor. So we didn't have any alternative. We had to go to the co-founders and speak with them that, hey, this is the challenge and we need a solution over here. We need to take decisions. Management was easy. They said that, okay, please proceed, but do remember that your neck is on the line. If the visitors go down, we don't want the visits to go down. We want the visitors to increase. You can reduce the pages or do whatever you want, but at least the total traffic coming onto the website, which is our main KPI, should not reduce. Okay, so finally what we did is we put our neck on the line. We said, okay, fine, we take the responsibility. Whatever good happens, bad happens. And we used canonicals, 301 redirects according to each and every case, and moved the page inventory from that 30 million to somewhat around 1 million pages. Now, once we did this, what happened definitely is history. Sessions kept on increasing on these websites for the coming years, and we have won multiple awards for this brand over the years, right? So sometimes people may ask you that let's do some spammy techniques, right? We may build links on the page and maybe don't color it. So you keep it in white on the white page, you keep links as white text so that Google crawls through it, but nobody else sees the page, and it doesn't matter. Users will not see it. So at least the UX team is happy that, okay, you can make do with such kind of solutions. Or sometimes this kind of things that, okay, you'll tell the developer that, hey, make pages, and they'll start creating this many number of pages. So this kind of techniques don't work these days. So please take care of it. Okay. Moving on to the SEO tools. I'm going to keep this much shorter so that at least we are at 8:30 and I have to leave some sharing that, hey, these are the different tools which are there around SEO. Most of you may be aware about it. If you are not aware about it, maybe we can use the Q&A time to speak a little more about any of this particular tool which you may want to understand, right? But I believe since most of you are have attended the day one session, we have already gone through this Chat GPT, Bing, QText, CopyText, all those different kind of tools. But yeah, if you have any specific questions on this, let's take it up during the question and answer session. This is one tool which I could not cover on day one, and I want to specifically emphasize on that. Now, in the age of AI, definitely you want to use AI also. At the same time, there are some concerns around the AI also. But this is one tool which I found really interesting, where what you could do is you can share one image with this particular tool, and it will help you build the text. So the tool is screenx.gina.ai. Once you upload an image to this, let's say I give it a difficult image. I said that, okay, let me just upload pebbles onto this and see what kind of content it can create. And once I uploaded this, what happened is it created a really nice text. A tranquil river bank is captured in this image, featuring a pile of rocks strewn across the sandy shore. A large smooth white rock rests atop a slightly smaller gray one in the water, while other white rocks sit on the bed of sand. Now, this is something, even if I would have asked a human being, they would have just created that, hey, there are some pebbles near a river stream, right? But the details which an AI can get into is amazing. Now, definitely, we also saw in the previous day that, okay, you should not have too much of AI content. Google is able to detect AI related content. But at least I'm not saying asking you to copy this content, but at least this content can give you ideas that, hey, if you're trying to describe a particular kind of image, what you could do, you could use this text, part of this text in the image, alt text, etc., so that it starts helping you rank better for those images as well. Okay. Now coming to SEO reporting. So when it comes to reporting, few things which are to be taken care of is, first is the analysis part, right? And based on the analysis, you have to kind of experiment, get the findings, learn from those findings, improvise, and then report, right? So while the section is only reporting, I want you to understand that when it comes to SEO, it's not just about pulling some numbers from Google Analytics or pulling some numbers from Search Console and then sharing it with your client or with your management or whoever you work with, right? So it should not remain only restricted to that. You need to go into the details of reporting. So while We are just speaking of some of the major KPIs over here. Please understand that analysis is the most crucial element when it comes to SEO, right? In the main course, we go into the depth of analysis as well. But yes, just wanted to signify that, okay, if you're a person with 0 years of experience, as of now, you're just trying to get into the industry, you should start playing more and more with Excels and try to analyze the information which you get from all these reports and work towards it, right? So important KPIs, again, we've spoken about it, but yeah, we quickly go through it. So organic sessions, you get it from Google Analytics. Those are crucial. Users, new users. Clicks and CTR, which you get from Search Console, those are also crucial metrics, which the industry will definitely ask for. Impressions, ranking performance. So how the keywords are moving, right? Ranking, how was the ranking in January? How is it moving? So all those things, how was it last year? How's the off-page related backlinks which are getting built on this particular website, right? How's the index? How many pages are getting indexed? How many links are being created internally, externally, etc. Right? What's the bounce rate, etc. That's something which becomes important. Okay, I'm just going to take a few more minutes. And there were many questions which were mentioned earlier. So I want to address few of those because at least I know that this would be some of the popular questions. So just trying to cover it up even before you ask me. So when, where, and how to start the SEO journey. And the other day I said, start it now. Let's go a little more detail into this particular thing because this is something, at least for the people who are just starting up, this would be crucial. Why is SEO industry important is one thing. The reason being the way this particular industry is moving, there's a huge demand, which we already saw on the other day that, okay, the industry is growing at a 17% compounded annual growth rate. The demand is much higher. And that's where more and more people are getting absorbed in this industry right now. So when a person starts at a trainee level where they've just done some digital marketing course and they get into the industry, they usually start with a salary of somewhat around, let's say, a stipend or a salary, which would be very basic because you are yet considered as a trainee for the first 6 months. Then what happens is after 6 months, once your trainee period is done, you move to a salary of somewhat around 3 lakhs or so. And subsequent to that, when your knowledge starts increasing, your salary start increases, right? So then it is not fixed. Once you reach that associate level, it depends on your caliber, how well you are able to do the analysis, how well you are able to rank a particular website based on the research and analysis that you do. All those things start becoming more and more important. And based on that, at least your salary starts increasing. But yes, you can consider that this is how the salary starts moving. The person grows up the ladder from analyst, senior analyst, associate manager, manager, and likewise to the VP level. I've personally seen several VPs, AVPs, etc., getting 40 lakh, 50 lakh kind of package in this particular industry. Now, the other question could be that, okay, what do SEOs do on a day-to-day basis, right? So this is a infographic which I'm taking from Search Engine Journal, and most of the time goes in technical SEO, crawling, indexing, site speed. Lots of time needs to get invested when the site is large. That's where the SEO person has to invest more time. Then it's the keyword research, on-page related activities like your meta titles, description, etc. And definitely the SEO strategy and planning. Now, SEO strategy and planning will happen when you have more years of experience and you successfully increased the visits on a particular website by a huge number. So that's where slowly and steadily you start moving into the SEO strategic roles. Okay. And what should we look out for SEO in the next 2 years? One is definitely the core web vitals. EEAT, that's the other thing. So earlier it was just called EAT, but then additional E came in, and that's when now we call it as experience, right? Authority, trust, and expertise. Machine learning, AI, that's one other crucial thing which is happening, and that's where we have invested a lot of time around chat GPT, AI related stuff. So that's something, please make use of it to the best extent possible, but don't use it to create content. That's something which could harm you instead of helping you. So please don't look out for shortcuts. Try to use that content and create better content. Okay. Now let's, while I don't have the exact salaries for the USA region, for the India region, let me share this additional study by Search Engine Journal, where the salary ranges over the last few years have been captured well. And I just wanted to share this chart. So at least based on this things, what we understand is, now this is a little older. We are already in 2023, but this is based on the 2022 numbers. So between 21 and 22, at least the entry level salaries had increased. And the other thing is, people are moving really fast as their experience increases. So on an average, a person with around 2 to 4 years of experience, right? At least 34 of them, who were 34% of the overall users in that 2 to 4 year bracket who were good at SEO, started getting into the salary bracket of 75K to 99,000 USD, which would mean somewhere between 60 lakh to 79 lakhs. It would be wrong to convert this amount into lakhs, because people will start thinking it is too high. But yes, you have to maintain a cost of living in USA also when you are getting this kind of salary. So that's that. But I just wanted to indicate that this is how much the amount would be roughly. So that's something which is at an international level. We invested a lot of time around AI, and one thing which I wanted to share with you people was around the evaluation as well, how things have changed over this particular. Matching
Recording in progress.
BERT at that point in time was considered to be very strong, but soon MUM came in, multi-unified model, and that enhanced the algorithm capabilities of Google and its understanding of the web pages, etc. And now in 2023, we have BARD, which is being termed as the biggest competitor. Bing was also providing you the answers, and similarly, BARD also provides the answers. Okay, so all these things have been there for a long period. It's not something which is happening right now. So please don't worry about AI. Use AI and try to work towards this particular thing. So that's what is crucial for you people. Yes. So what I'm going to do is stop sharing screen, and what I want you to do is, at least whoever has questions, we can start using this little time around which is available with us, and let's look at some of the questions which you may have. I'm happy to take the questions. So what we can do is, you can just use the chat window, type the questions over here, and I'll start taking the questions. Hey, Muskan. So Muskan, you're asking that, hey, you're building your swimwear line website, and what are the most important factors you should definitely look at the time of building the website. So see, when you make it so generic, it's really difficult. But yes, you'll have to focus on your on page, your technical, your website should be good enough. It should load much faster. You should do all the on page. You should do the keyword research, write the content, etc. So whatever you have gone through this, at least this 2 days, you will have to follow all those things. Maybe you may not be that good at technical SEO, because let's say if you're just starting up with your SEO stint, you may not be that good with technical SEO right now. If you're starting, but yes, at least if you can take help from some engineers, ensure that they are able to help you with the page speed, that is good to start with, right? And then once you start getting more and more sessions on your website, try to invest a little more on the SEO front as you go. Wow, so many questions. How important is SEO? Vishaka is asking, how important is SEO for niche market B2B? Vishaka, really important. I'll give you my own example. SEO, a really small niche in the B2B segment, right? First 2 years of my business, InfoDigit, we did not focus much on our own SEO. We were busy optimizing the websites of all our clients, etc. And then one fine day, one of the prospect told us that, hey, you mentioned that you will optimize our website, but your own website is not ranking for search engine optimization. How are you going to do it for us? And that's where we started investing time on the search engine optimization of InfoDigit website itself. Now, over the years, we started ranking for more and more keywords. And the team at InfoDigit over this last span of 5 years has increased from 2-3 people to 200 people, right? So that's what would help you understand what's the quantum of leads and other stuff which happens via organic search. We don't do much of paid marketing. We are mostly restricted to organic search itself. People search for SEO related stuff and they come to us directly, right? So with little marketing also, it is able to create this kind of generate major business. So that's how important B2B SEO is. Okay, Jayesh, you are asking around how to do SEO audit. Really interesting question. Now, SEO audit is a really detailed and a deep concept, right? You will not be able to start with SEO audit, at least if you do not have anybody to hold your hand at this particular juncture. I don't know your experience level, but let's say if you are around 3-4 years of experience in SEO, what you could do is you could start looking at all the small factors which we are going through. Again, in the main course, what we do is we have provided the template itself to the users to do an SEO audit, and we walk them through the stages of SEO audit and how to do it over the next 6-7 weeks of the course. And that's how we take it up. But yes, if I have to answer you very quickly on this particular thing, all the things which you learned over this last 2 days also, let's say if you are with 0 years of experience, I'm not going to push you into the main course. So let's say if you are with 0 years of experience, first I would say that, hey, build the fundamentals of SEO. Do meta tags, description, content, internal linking, external linking, all those things, elements, start working on those elements first. Once you are good at that, you are able to rank your content on all this kind of different keywords, etc. That's where you will automatically start understanding that, hey, now I should be looking out for this errors on the website, right? Because your experience itself is good enough. It will be able to tell you that, hey, this is how you should be checking a particular website, and these are the points you should be checking. Other than that, if you want, just do a search for, I've written one article around this particular thing, at least some basic points around SEO audit. I'll see if I can find it very quickly, or I'll just do a search for InfoDigit and SEO audit, how to do an SEO audit. You will find an article and you could use the steps which are mentioned over there. How does SEO for an app work? So Abhishek, what happens is App Store optimization is the word which you are asking for, where on the app, Google Play Store or App Store, what you're asking is you want to rank some particular keyword on the app. And if you have to do that, you have to do App Store optimization, which is a completely different stream of activities which to be done. We have not covered it within these 2 days, but that's called App Store optimization. And neither is that getting covered in the even if you go for the main course, 6 weeks program does not cover App Store optimization, but that's when you're looking out for App Store optimization, not search engine optimization. But as such, App Store optimization, just wanted to share some insights with you. Not many people go to the App Store and search for, let's say, I want to shop or help me with the fashion e-commerce app, right? Or they're not going to do that, okay, help me with an insurance application. Most of the searches which happen on an app store are around brand searches. So people may search that, okay, I want to install the Myntra app. So they'll use the keyword Myntra. They may say that I want to install, let's say, the ICICI Prudential app, and they will search for ICICI Prudential and then install the ICICI Prudential. So most of the searches over there are brand searches, whereas SEO, the major strength of SEO is to get you new users, right? And that's where non-brand searches comes into the picture. But when it comes to App Store optimization, it's more of branded search traffic which a user gets. Okay, Suchi is asking, hi, there are apps which can change AI to human language. Is this good? Now, specifically, Suchi, when you're asking for this per thing, I think you're looking at for information like Quillbot, etc., right? Where what they do is they paraphrase and change that particular AI language into human kind of language. Now, earlier, at least 2-3 weeks back, I'll exactly go with the dates around first week of April, at least till first week of April, we were not able to find those tools which would be able to detect AI language converted into human language with the help of this kind of paraphrasing tools. But as we covered on day one, now the technology has got evolved. At least in the month of end of April and May, we are seeing that more and more tools are coming up which are able to detect AI content. Even Google is able to clearly understand that this content was first AI and then it was paraphrased. So that's easily happening. And if Google is able to detect it, Google is not going to rank this kind of keywords well. It would create challenges for the website. So that's where I would recommend that better avoid it to the extent possible, right? Okay. Mitali is asking, how much does the size of an image affect SEO? Mitali, a lot. What happens is an image, let's say if it's very heavy, it increases the overall page load time. And if your page load time increases, what happens is Google is not going to rank those kind of websites higher. But there are tools around image optimization as well, which can help you improvise the size of the images, etc. Right? They are a little expensive. So ideally, if you're looking out for, if it's a large organization which can afford this kind of image compression tools, they are called image compression tools. Please search for some image compression tools and try to put it on the website if you want really high quality images. Or the other thing which you could do is you could optimize the images upfront and then only upload it to your website, right? So there are two alternatives. Either use online image compression tools, or you compress the image upfront, make it smaller on your laptop or your desktop itself, and then only upload it to your website. Ajay is asking, what is the difference between normal blog SEO and e-commerce SEO? So Ajay, what happens is when it comes to e-commerce SEO, when we started with technical SEO, I had shared that, okay, what's the number of pages on Amazon versus what are the number of pages on, let's say, LIC or maybe ICICI Lombard, right? So the number of pages on ICICI Lombard, LIC were much lesser as compared to that on Amazon or on Flipkart. Now, when you're working on too many pages and millions of pages, we were speaking of 22 million, 23 million kind of pages. How many SEOs would be needed if each and every page has to be looked into, right? Too many of them. And that's where, when it comes to e-commerce SEO with so many large, even if let's say you don't have 22 million, you're not an Amazon, even if you are a small e-commerce website and have a million pages, you need some bit of automation, right? And that's where a technical SEO comes into the picture. You're going to use formulas, you're going to use algorithms to handle this particular thing, right? And that's one thing which gets differentiated. Other than that, something like, let's say, the faceted navigation, which we covered today. Faceted navigation would be applicable only to e-commerce websites, not to your blog-related websites or some websites where only they are driven by content. The other thing which would be different over here is how you're generating the pages, etc. Now, on an e-commerce website, the pages get generated dynamically also. We saw that particular example that say you're creating slim fit men trousers, and that page could be generated automatically because there is already a database which has all the products which are listed on the database. The developer just needs to ensure that they have the right page design and everything created so that they can pull the results from there and publish it on the page. So this can be completely done in an automated manner. The same thing cannot be done with content unless you start generating content also with AI in this particular manner that, hey, whenever a user is requiring a page, you are using the AI to generate the page. But those will be very low quality pages and they are not going to rank. Unnecessarily, it will take your server resources, etc. So please avoid that. But yeah, these are just few of the points. Again, there are too many things around it. But yes, these are the few major points which I could highlight right now. Bishwa, you will have to repeat that question. I don't
it's
understand.
Very annoying
how can I improve scale as like pro SEO expert? So if you could reword that particular thing and type it again, I'll take it up. But yeah, I'll move to the next question. Local SEO, Rahul, I've not covered it in this 2 days. But yes, again, in the main module, I have a complete module which is around local SEO. So too many things around that would be very less time. But one thing at least which I can share with you when it comes to local SEO, focus on your citations, which is link building, like how we do for SEO. Ensure that your name, address, email ID, all those things are the same across all the different websites. It should not happen that your location of business as per one website is, let's say, Mumbai, as per other website it's in Delhi, or even within the city. If you're changing locations, it should not have those different locations. Try to at least generalize all the things to one thing and start optimizing that. So, but yeah, it's a really big topic. It's again a long topic and can't be covered within this small span of time. But again, local SEO is something which will be covered in the main section if you are getting into the main section. Okay. What factors should be considered for competition analysis? Any tool work on this? So Pushali, we saw at least even ChatGPT can be used, right? When we asked it that, hey, do a competition analysis, one of the factor when we were covering page speed, you saw that particular screenshot that, hey, we just asked it to do a competitor analysis and it provided us a competitor analysis from the SEO standpoint. But if you ask me which are the factors which I'll look at sessions, how much impressions are they getting, what is the kind of rankings on different keywords, what is the page speed across the major different pages. Now, let's say home page, your main landing pages, like let's say if there is a particular category of those particular pages, we'll have to look at those as well. And based on that, we'll have to at least start the analysis. But yes, use ChatGPT, at least it will give you some ideas around that, and then you start building on it. Raghu, can you give us an SEO checklist for performing on a website? Raghu, you'll find many such checklists online. I don't have one handy right now, but just do a search, you'll find many online. Okay, Zed is asking that, hey, kindly suggest how can one effectively build links for a clothing e-commerce store that's built on Shopify. We are planning to create new pages as well. How can we go ahead with it? So Zed, first things around the link building. So link building also, you will have to go through all the links, different kind of links which we did covered on day one, right? You will have to go through all those kind of links. So since this is already covered, and I believe Growth School is also providing you, Prabhat, just let me know, the recording of this would be available to them, right? Okay, once Prabhat answers, then I would be in a better position to comment on that. But yes, in the day one, we covered this particular part of it, and we had highlighted all the different kind of links. If time permits and there are no major questions, maybe I'll go back to that slide and share it with you. But or else, please go through that day one session where we covered all these different kind of links. All those links are applicable for e-commerce apparel store as well. So please use all those different techniques for that. Shamir is asking, hope the features are possible in Shopify website, features like faceted navigation. Yes, even in Shopify, faceted navigation can be worked out. It needs a little bit of code customization, but yes, it's possible. Okay. Sangeeta is asking, can you please tell the fastest way to index backlinks? If there is any other way to do the same, or does this help? Sangeeta, not getting your question very clearly. Fastest way to index backlinks. You want to index pages, right? Can you please elaborate again what you mean by that? And yeah, since that's the last question which I see over here, what I'll do is I'll go back to Zed's question around how can we build the backlinks. Let me quickly share the screen and take you people through that particular content which we covered on day one. Just 1 second. There are almost 300 slides, and I'm finding it difficult to go through those slides where that particular content was covered. Just give me a minute. Okay. So Zed, this is where we were on day one, where we said that, okay, when you're creating the backlinks, use all the different kinds of techniques, right? Be it blogger outreach. So what you're doing here is you're connecting with bloggers and telling them that, okay, can you build a link to my website? Then the editorial backlink. So if you're doing some advertisements, you're asking them that, hey, I'm putting the advertisement over here, but at least ensure that you have a live link going to my website, which is covering the full URL of your website in the advertisement. Content syndication. Content syndication means that, okay, I'm going to write the content. Means you're going to write the content and you tell the person that, hey, please help me publish this kind of content on your website, right? What that person gets is human written content on their website. And in turn, what they give out is one link to you. So that's how your content syndication could work. Multiple this kind of synergies are created, and they're termed as content syndication, content synergies. So that could also be done. Then user generated links, we spoke of social media links, right? Links coming from Facebook, etc. Links coming from Quoras, Reddit, those kind of platforms also could be considered as Q&A links. Then what we are speaking of backlinks from discontinued pages. So let's say if some pages are broken, not kind of existing now, that would, when you click on that link, it gives you a 404 page, right? So let's say if you find such links related to your keywords, then what you could do is you could again approach those people where the website has broken links, tell them that, hey, I have a really interesting article on my website where I'm covering this particular topic. Please link to my website so that your users can get the right information, right? So that's how you'll build the backlinks from lost backlinks and discontinued pages. Then there is editorial backlinks. So let's say somebody's writing an article on you, or you're using the online news wires like PR Newswire, Business Newswire. Those can also be used to build the backlinks. Right? So these are all the different ways you can build the backlinks to your website. Okay, so that's for Red. Okay, we have some more time, and what I could do is I could take up the local SEO question as well. But yeah, you'll have to just give me a minute. Prabhat, we have 5 more minutes, so let me make the best of this 5 minutes. But one question was, do they get the recording? That's one common question which is coming up. So I don't know what's the status on that. Please, if you could answer that.
Yeah, so recording is not available to everyone. Those who had attended the first day session till the end, only those people will be getting the recording. So yeah, irrespective of that, you can get in touch with me or our support team if you have any further queries, guys.
Okay, just give me a minute. I'll pull up some content on local SEO and quickly can give you a glimpse of how this also needs to be done. I'll need 1 more minute. Okay, so yeah, at least on local, see, I would term this step while I'm just sharing some of the slides from of the main course. One of the main important thing in when you're looking at this particular thing is building the citations which we were speaking of, right? So you could use all your websites like Just Dial, Yellow Pages, etc., to build the links to your website, right? And then we were also speaking about the name, address, and phone number consistency. So this things which we term it as NAP in the terminology of local SEO, that needs to be consistent across all the websites, right? So whatever links you're building from across multiple different websites, you will have to ensure that they are all having the same address, same phone number across different websites. And then there are customer reviews, get more and more of customer reviews, etc. On your website. So that's at least a small glimpse of what could be done around local SEO. But yes, multiple things over there also. Within local SEO also, we've covered multiple steps. But yes, very in-depth field, which you need to get into. Okay, what I'm going to do is specifically, since many of you have been around, we just completed one ebook around SEO also. I'm going to quickly share that link of the ebook. So if in case you want more details around some of the questions which you people asked me right now, while I may not be able to answer it upfront right now, that ebook itself would be able to help you answer those some of the questions. So you can download this particular ebook and try to understand SEO from there. Okay, let me share that link quickly with you and then hand it over to Prabhat. So this is the playbook which me and some of the CMOs across the Indian marketing lens space have created. If you fill up this particular link, the team will send this thing across to you. So maybe you could do that if you want to get into more details about SEO. Just 1 second, I'll have to stop the share, not able to manage this many windows. So share that link on the chat window. Okay. And there was this one question which I could not understand. Do you not repeated that question, so I'll not be able to answer it. Okay, fair. Prabhat, that's all from my side. And thanks to everyone. You were a wonderful audience. So really happy to connect with all of you and had a really good time sharing all the insights with you. We wish you all the best.
Yes, thank you so much, Kaushal, for that amazing session. I really hope that the last 2 days has been a crazy learning curve in the field of SEO for all the people who have joined in. And also, guys, you have been an amazing audience. Thank you for joining in. And just before we end the session, we also have I also wanted to talk about the main program, the 6-week SEO program that we had. I had emphasized on that and had told you about the program, and almost 15 people joined the program on that day itself, after which we had expired the link. So we received a lot of DMs to extend the deadline and basically get more enrollments for the existing cohort. So I'll quickly tell you that the idea of building the main program is to have a very close set of people in a program because it is a specific cohort of maximum 50 to 60 people. We don't like more than 50 or 60 people inside one cohort because you might not get dedicated attention then, right? For example, in this workshop, we were not able to take up all your questions, for example, that you might be having. I was just opening, closing the chats meanwhile to accommodate the questions. But the reason is that if we have small number of people, we will be able to have one-on-one sessions wherein we can answer all the questions that you might have, all the type of doubts that might arise during the program. So so on that special request, we have opened the seats for 5 more people to join into the program. I'll drop in the link, and the program price remains the same. We are offering the same price till today, 11:59 p.m. Of 14,999 plus GST. The link is in the chat box. You can still make the partial payment of 5,000 rupees and pay the remaining amount in the next 48 hours. For those people who have just joined the session today for the first time and were not available on day one, I will quickly reshare what I had shared on day one. I'll take less than 2 minutes to share that in brief. So let me quickly share my screen, right? Yes. So I was talking about this 6-week SEO mentorship program that we have built with Kaushal. So Kaushal has been able to put forward 6 weeks of content, which is roughly around 15 hours of dedicated training on SEO, where we go in depth into each of these topics, the local SEO, international SEO, technical SEO, and everything to make you a pro in SEO mentors, basically in the field of SEO. And along with Kaushal, apart from the main content, we will have amazing mentors like these joining us to have a 1-hour guest session each or a guest masterclass per week inside the 6-week cohort. So you can expect all these amazing folks inside the cohort 1 hour once in a week for the next 6 weeks. And the program is starting in the next 2 weeks. So who is this program for? This program is basically for all these amazing people. If you are an existing SEO professional with 1 to 5 years of experience, or a digital marketer who wants to become a T-shaped, specialize in one particular field and move forward in your career, then this is for you. And this is also for all those founders and early stage entrepreneurs who are looking forward to build SEO or an acquisition channel for your business. Right? So these are some amazing words that we have received from our previous learners. There were amazing founders who had taken up the course and they could see amazing results just into the program within 6 weeks in their domain ranking. And by an intensive program, I basically mean that every week there will be on-demand video track, which means 2 to 3 hours of content recorded by Kaushal to go in depth about each topic. And then every week we'll meet once for a live Q&A session with Kaushal, wherein you can ask all your doubts, your queries, and get it resolved, right? Then you get a lifetime access to the community of SEO professionals, not just your batch, but also the previous folks who have taken up the SEO mentorship program and all the future professionals who will be taking this particular program. And these are some initiatives that we do in the community. We do one live catch up every week, just the community people coming together, solving projects, discussing about the industry, and talking about the future trends and how they can implement it inside their companies. So, also for a lot of job seekers who are looking to transition into this particular field, the community is the number one place where these people come forward who are already experienced and are already in the SEO field. They come forward to help them with their interview, the kinds of questions that are asked, and everything around. And yeah, you also get access to all the offline meetups and growth school hackathons that we conduct every month. And inside this program, you can expect to build an entire portfolio for yourself. You will be able to understand how to genuinely rank a website out there. And if you are executing all the projects that Kaushal has built inside the program, by the end of the program, you will have a website that will have a better ranking. Obviously, it takes 3 to 4 months for a website to rank, but you will be able to see results. And it will rise exponentially as you go forward and optimize each and every step. So yeah, that is about the program. How does the program look? But here is what the curriculum looks like. You can read it on the screen. The fundamentals of SEO is week 1, where we cover the nitty gritty. So people who are just getting started in the field of SEO, have 0 years of experience and want to transition into this. This week will take care of you. Week 2 is about mastering technical SEO, where we go in depth about whatever technical SEO we covered in this particular session in 10 minutes. That we'll be covering essentially in 2 to 3 hours, fully in depth. Then we go forward for backlinking strategies, roadmap to SEO mastery, where we cover local SEO, international SEO, and everything around. So these are the amazing people who have already joined our cohort, and you can expect them to be beside you in the community to answer all your doubts as well. And how much does the program price? As I had already said, that this program is priced at 29,999 plus GST on our website. But just for the workshop people, since we know that you are very, very high intent people, you guys are the ones who will be sticking inside the community and leveraging that kind of a discussion. That is why we have an exclusive price that was valid for 15 people on day 1, but now we are extending it for 5 more people, since we have already hit the 50 number that we wanted inside the cohort, but we are now trying to make it 55 just to accommodate the people who had requested this. So the price for you is 14,999 plus GST, where you get all these amazing features mentioned on the left hand side. You get 14 hours of content from Kaushal, 6 live sessions with Kaushal, and access to community and all those amazing things. Plus, the best part of this is that you get lifetime access to any course updates that we make in the next how many years when we are running this course, right? Because the industry changes a lot. There are a lot of AI related changes that keeps happening. So we'll keep on updating the modules as per the market demands. So you will get free access to all those future modules as well. And for all those people who think that 14,999 is a lot to pay right now, you can pay a 5,000 rupees non-refundable amount right now and block your fee, block your seat, and then pay the remaining in the next 48 hours. And if you are a business, or if your employer is paying for your course, then you can seek for a GST refund, and we will help you with that process. And yes, the crazy bonus that I had disclosed that day, that you get 1 year premium access to Simplified, that is worth $360. Simplified is one of the most trending AI tools right now on the internet, and you get 1 year free access for it, which is also more than the piece of this particular course. So yeah, we are extending this to 5 more people. And as Kaushal had mentioned on day 1, this is a disclaimer that the money that the profit that will be made out of the course from Kaushal's side will be going on to Isha Foundation for the Kaveri calling mission that Sadhguru is running, right? And yeah, that's the quick summary of everything that is included. If you have any question related to the program, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp. I'm pretty much there in all the WhatsApp groups that exist. And 2-3 more questions that were asked, which I missed out on day one, related to the program. The first thing was that how do I access the program once I have paid for it? So after you pay for the program, after 24 hours, you get an email wherein you get the login link for the LMS. You can log in, and once the program starts, you will get the schedule, the frequently asked questions, and everything, the WhatsApp community link, and everything on the LMS itself. So that will be taken care of from there. Okay. Cool. So I think that is about it. One last thing, for all those amazing people who are still here till the end, we have a good number of participants. As I said in the first part of the workshop as well, that we are offering a special bonus to all the people who are giving us a shout out on growth on LinkedIn or Instagram. You can tag Kaushal and Growth School. Once you make the post, you can just summarize your experience in this particular cohort. What did you learn? And spread out that word so that we also can get new learners from your cohort to attend this program and add value to them, right? And once you make this post, our team will be reaching out to you with a special bonus, which is a framework around SEO and a playbook that will be sent to you over mail. With that being said, I think we will call it a day. See you, and thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you, Kaushal, so much for building this entire program with us. And yeah,
my pleasure. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
thank you. And looking forward to have you guys inside the 6-week program and the community of professional marketers, right? See you guys.
Recording stopped.